Under the proposals section, there are a number of different functions where the user would be able to track manually the routing or electronically as well. If the research compliance issues were satisfied, they would select that button and go in from the drop-down list. If the IRB or ICOOC modules are being utilized, when they select the drop-down list, they will actually see the search codes relating to specific IRB functions that are in the system, and they could choose that, making that link automatic. Of course, the next step in the process is the entering of the proposal results. Again, we would select from the drop-down list the project that we're isolating, which in this case again is Baker Test Project in Engineering. We will select the Continue button and it will isolate that one project. You'll notice here the status shows as pending. We then select the outcome of the proposal, and of course we always want it to be awarded, so we will select that. We will be taken to the screen where we will be asked first to enter in the white blocks the number of months that pertain to this project's first grant year. Now this is to allow for projects that are awarded late, which actually shortens the first grant year of the project on multi-year projects. This occurs frequently, particularly on federal projects that are due to begin in October, but generally it's not unusual that they won't begin until December or even later. We will indicate that this project is going to have a full 12 months in the first year. You'll notice that dates have been entered here for you in the awarded period of performance. However, these are looked up from the dates that were entered at the proposal stage. You do have the ability here to make changes in the period of performance, and this will show on your awarded figures. The proposed figures will always remain the same, and you will always be able to identify the proposed figures as opposed to the awarded dates. Again, we have populated for us the number of months that relate to each fiscal year based on the beginning, the number of months in the project, and the fiscal year the project begins. After we have verified all of these dates, we will select Continue and be taken to the next step where we will enter the budget of the project. You'll notice again that the proposed figures have been brought over for you in the peach colored background. You will enter the total of the award for the project. We have entered in section 1 the total award of the project and broken it down into section 2 by the grant years. Grant year 1 having $200,000 of funding and direct would be $16,000. Grant year 2 would be $149,000 with indirect at $11,920. If you scroll down to the bottom of your screen, you will notice that you have a verify field so that you can take a look and make sure that the numbers that you entered in the individual grant years actually match the amount that you entered for the total project. If that is all verified, we then select Continue to proceed. We will be taken to the contract screen where we will select the terms of the project. You'll notice that we have selected from the drop-down list the specific terms for the contract. These terms are customizable for the university user. They will establish the value set for those. We have indicated that there are no applicable clauses relating to equipment purchases or foreign nationals. We have indicated that it is cost reimbursement upon invoice payment will be made. Progress reports are quarterly. We've entered the date of the first project progress report due, as well as financial reporting requirements no more often than monthly. There will be 90 days allowed for the closeout of the program. Once all of these figures have been entered and verified, we will select the Continue button. You will then be taken to the section where you have the ability to turn on and off reminders on the projects. The research compliance on the far right allows you, if there are issues but you don't want to necessarily remind them on a regular interval, you can turn those reminders off. Termination reminders will begin 90 days prior to the termination of the project and will remind the principal investigator that they need to begin wrapping up the financial matters relating to the projects. Status report requirements and financial report requirements 30 days prior to the due date of a specified report. Emails will be sent out copying anyone that you have indicated so that project reports are due and asking them to provide you any necessary information to either complete the reports or upon completion of the reports provide you with a copy so that your records will be complete. You will then be taken to the section where you have the ability to turn on and off reminders on the projects. The research compliance on the far right allows you, if there are issues but you don't want to necessarily remind them on a regular interval, you can turn those reminders off. Termination reminders will begin 90 days prior to the termination of the project and will remind the principal investigator that they need to begin wrapping up the financial matters relating to the projects. Status report requirements and financial report requirements 30 days prior to the due date of a specified report. Emails will be sent out copying anyone that you have indicated so that the project reports are due and asking them to provide you any necessary information to either complete the reports or upon completion of the reports provide you with a copy so that your records will be complete. So once you have turned on or off any of the reminders that you'd like to utilize for the future, you simply select the blue button to begin the reminders, and this will activate the scripts necessary for your reminders to work in the future. And with the completion of the reminders, you have actually completed the steps for entering the award data. We're going to go back and show you how it would appear differently if the project had not been awarded. We're going to enter the proposed results. We will select that same project, isolate it. You'll notice that it's saying pending, and we will select that this project was rejected. We will be asked to indicate the date that we were notified of the rejection, and if reviewers' comments have been requested, the date that those were done, that was done. And again, we will select continue. We'll go back to the master data screen where we will show on the proposed section that since this project has been rejected, that amount has been brought down into the section that shows that those are rejected totals. Over in the project information, you will notice that this still shows proposed period of performance, and at the beginning it will show proposed fiscal year breakdown. As long as the project is not awarded, it will always show those proposed dates. Identical steps would be taken if the project were withdrawn. Those figures would simply show on the withdrawn section.